So I realized before I can really explain Brexit, there's really a lot more you have to understand about the UK and about the European Union. So I'm here at the Black Castle, or the remains of it. The Anglo-Norman invasion of the 1100s is when they built this castle, which was on the site of a Viking fort. None of that's terribly important at the moment, but just beyond where you can see is England. That's the Irish Sea. So the Anglo-Norman invasion is what it's often called here in Ireland, where the Normans, after they attacked England, took over that, then they attacked Ireland and basically took that over. And so just a little bit of history lessons. When Queen Elizabeth I died in, what was it, 1607 or something, early 1600s, she left the throne to James VI of Scotland, where he became James I of England, and that began the unification of the crown in the so-called United Kingdom. We also have Wales in there, and they had Ireland. The Act of Union in 1801 created the United Kingdom. Now, Great Britain itself is actually the island that contains Scotland, Wales, and England. So the British Isles are often referred to as that, plus Ireland and so on, as part of the British Isles. But so at that point, in the 1800s, during the potato famine and so on, Ireland was part of the United Kingdom. And then around 1920, 1916 to 1923, that time period, that was when the Irish revolted and tried to create their own republic, which they did. The United Kingdom of Great Britain, Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland, that's the passports that they contain right now, says that. So that created this distinction between Northern Ireland as part of the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland, or sometimes I'll call it Southern Ireland, or just plain old Ireland in the south. So that's how the United Kingdom came to be. On the other hand, we have the European Union, which happened after World War II, started with a few different things. The steel and coal industries kind of had a conglomerate that was that began working mutually together. There was the Benelux common market, that was the Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. Eventually expanded into the European Union with about 28 or 30 member countries. Slowly over time had grown. So the United Kingdom being part of that, when they decided they wanted to leave it, if the United Kingdom was just Great Britain, that'd be no big deal, it's an island. But the problem is Northern Ireland is on the island of Ireland. So they didn't want to create a hard border between the Northern Irish and what we have here is I'm in Northern Ireland, and across that bridge is Southern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, because the British still haven't gotten out of here. Now, I didn't have to come to Northern Ireland just to explain that, but that's how different it is nowadays. And you can go from Northern Ireland to Southern Ireland without even a road sign telling you where is where. But let me explain why. Economics. If you're in the north, you're going to go down to the south for clothing. If you're in the south and you're going to have a party, you can come up and buy your wine here in Northern Ireland because it's cheaper. So it's commerce, economics, making the world go around, bringing things closer. You don't see the guns that you saw back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. You still saw policemen with guns at every border crossing. Now it's just like crossing the European Union. A lot of people said doom and gloom, but I wasn't convinced of that, because my feeling was there's going to be some positives and some negatives. Whether or not you feel one way or the other depends on what your point of view is. But when British fishermen couldn't fish off their shores because the European Union had given the contract to some Netherlands and Dutch outfit, well then that created the problem. So anyway, so they ended up with the soft solution, which is that the common border between Northern Ireland and the Republic will still remain open, and
here in Ireland to talk about Brexit. Now, Brexit took place in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom, where in 2016 they voted to leave the European Union. The problem is Ireland is still part of the European Union, but Northern Ireland, check out the map if you don't know what I'm talking about, Northern Ireland is still part of the United Kingdom. So this creates a problem because the European Union is a free trade zone among all the European Union countries. Now England, well, I should say the United Kingdom, England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland is not part of that free trade zone. So that creates a problem because for the last quite a number of years, there's been effectively no border in terms of trade between the Republic of Ireland, where we are now, and Northern Ireland. So now that created a hard border between a non-European Union nation, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland, which is part of the European Union. So what are they doing about this? They did not want to create a problem within Ireland. So actually, they're creating a problem between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. Goods are being monitored there going in to allow the free exchange. They wanted to keep an open border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Whether or not this has political implications down the road, that's for another lecture perhaps.